Okay, so good morning, students. Welcome to this mechanical vibrations online lecture. Today's topic is undamped free vibrations. Up till now, we were dealing with some of the initial elements which are required for vibration analysis. And from today, we are actually starting with undamped free vibrations. Of course, it is a single degree of freedom system. We are talking about the single degree of freedom system. So it is SD wire. Okay. So single degree of freedom system undamped free vibrations. This is the topic of today's discussion. I hope that everyone can view the entire whiteboard as well as they can hear my voice clearly. If you find any difficulty, then you can just unmute and just tell me. Okay. I just switch off some of the lights which are okay. So if you find any difficulty, then you just let me know. Okay. So we starting with single degree of freedom system undamped free vibrations. Now, what is free vibrations? So free vibrations means, for example, if a spring is there, okay, and a mass is attached, then if you pull this mass and you just release it, then uh, it vibrates. Okay, so we give the initial displacement only, and then the system vibrates with its own frequency. Okay, there is no external forcing frequency which is there on the system. That is why it is called free vibrations. The another example of these free vibrations are the pendulum. Okay, so in the pendulum, this is a mass attached at the end of the pendulum, and when you give some initial angular displacement to this pendulum, and if you release it from this point, then this pendulum will oscillate to and fro with its own natural frequency. Okay, so that is called free vibrations. So free vibrations means systems are allowed to vibrate with their own natural frequency. There is no external excitation or no external forcing frequency which acts on the system. So that is called free vibrations. And the frequency with which system vibrates is the natural frequency. So that is free vibrations. Now we move on to the second. What is single degree of freedom system? So single degree of freedom system means there is only one coordinate or one variable which is uh, sufficient for giving the equation of motion or giving the complete idea about the motion. So only one coordinate or one variable is sufficient to describe the position of the mass in single degree of freedom system. Okay. For example, in this pendulum, the theta, the position of theta with respect to time is sufficient for describing the motion of this mass. Okay. So single degree of freedom system means only one dimension is sufficient for describing the motion, and that is called single degree of freedom system. If you talk about in other language, these are So in this case, one mass is attached. This is base, this is the spring, and this is the damper. So this is example of single degree of freedom system. But if you attach one more mass, one more spring, this is M1, this is M2, this is K1, this is K2, and this is C1. So this is an example of 2 degree of freedom system. Okay. Similarly, if you attach another mass, M3, K3, then this is a case of 3 degree of freedom system, and so on. Multiple degrees of freedom system means there are number of masses are there in the system. So that is called a single degree, 2 degree, 3 degree, and multiple degree of freedom system. Okay. Now we move on to what is undamped system. So what is undamped system? So undamped system means, in the last lecture we have seen that the elements of vibration. The first one was the spring. So the function of the spring is to store the energy. Okay. Similarly, second is damper. The function of damper is to dissipate the energy, and third one is the mass, which gives the inertial force. Okay. So these are the functions of the basic elements of vibration. So undamped system means there is no damper. So there is no, you can say, there is no heat dissipation, there is no sound, there is no energy releasing from the system. So that is called undamped system. So there is no heat energy released, there is no sound is generated, no vibration, not vibrations, no sound energy, no heat energy, no energy dissipation. That is called undamped system. That means if you talk about this spring and this mass, and if you pull this mass slightly towards downward and then release, then it will vibrate. And since there is no heat dissipation, there is no energy dissipation in the system, so it will keep on vibrating for infinite times. Okay, because there is no loss of energy. Only the potential energy is converted into kinetic energy, and kinetic energy is converted again to potential energy, and again potential energy is converted to kinetic energy. So only conversion of energy is taking place. There is no energy dissipation, and that is why this will keep on vibrating. Okay, so that is called, so this is called undamped system. Okay, actually in real life this system doesn't exist, because ऐसा ऐसा कोई सिस्टम नहीं है कि जिसको आपने इनिशियल वाइब्रेशन देके छोड़ दिया तो वो कंटिन्यूस वाइब्रेट करते रहेगा इनफाइनाइट टाइम. ऐसा नहीं होता. ओके, बट for the analysis purpose, this is one of the assumptions in case of the undamped free vibrations. So undamped free vibrations means once the initial movement is given to the system, then it will remain vibrates. So the amplitude of vibrations doesn't decay. Okay, it doesn't decay with time. जैसा अगर ये वाइब्रेट कर रहा है तो ये जो वाइब्रेशंस है, ये वाइब्रेशन का जो एम्पलीट्यूड है ये डीके नहीं होता है. ये इसका वाइब्रेशन इसका जो एम्पलीट्यूड है वो कांस्टेंट रहता है. सो दैट इज अनडैम्प्ड सिस्टम. ओके, देन फोर्थ पॉइंट इज why single degree of freedom system. As I explained that this undamped free vibrations doesn't exist anywhere, then why to study? Actually this single degree of freedom system with damper, so single degree of freedom system with damper जो रहता है, that is it develops a less complicated equation of motion. The analysis of single degree of freedom system is very easy as compared to 2 degree and multiple degree of freedom systems. So always, whenever you analyze any vibrating system, you always start your analysis from single degree of freedom system, because degree of freedom system uh, is very simple. It is simple to analyze. It is simple to solve. As the number of degrees of freedom goes on increasing, the complexity of the analysis, the complexity of the solution also increases, and that is why when you get sufficient confidence in analysis process, then only you go for the multi degree of freedom system. Otherwise, you can start with a single degree of freedom system. It is simple and very easy to solve. Okay, so that is why we are starting with single degree of freedom system. As our units goes on increasing, we will see the multi degree of freedom system as well. Now, what are the examples of this single degree of freedom system? So the examples, जैसा कोई टावर है, for example, a tower is there. और या फिर ये कोई बिल्डिंग है. Okay, this is suppose a building or a tower where a large mass is kept at the top of the building. Then this is an example of single degree of freedom system. Okay, जैसे जो बिल्डिंग बिल्डिंग में जो विंड है, वो विंड के वजह से जो है ये बिल्डिंग वाइब्रेट करती है. तो ये जो है दिस कैन बी एनालाइज बाय यूजिंग अ सिंगल डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम सिस्टम. या फिर जो बड़े बड़े वाटर टैंक्स रहते हैं, वाटर टैंक्स में क्या रहता है कि जो उसको क्या बोलते हैं हिंदी में, पानी की जो टंकियां रहती है जो वाटर डिपार्टमेंट की, तो दैट इज ऑल्सो, उसमें भी अरेंजमेंट ऐसा ही रहता है. ऊपर में जो है बहुत ज्यादा मास कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड है, और ऐसे जो कॉलम्स है वो कॉलम्स पे वो खड़ा रहता है. तो दैट सिस्टम कैन बी एनालाइज्ड बाय यूजिंग द single degree of freedom systems. Similarly, as I said, the pendulum example. So pendulum is also an example of single degree of freedom system. So these are some of the examples of single degree of freedom system. Now we will see the derivation for the undamped free vibrations. I'll just bring one pen now. Now consider this is a spring. Okay. Now this in this spring there is no mass attached. Okay. There is no mass attached to it. Now what we'll do? We attach some mass here. Now we attach some mass here. Okay. And because of this attachment of this mass, the spring elongates. Okay. एक स्प्रिंग है उस पे अगर मास अटैच किया तो वो स्प्रिंग क्या होगा, वो इलोंगेट होगा. तो दिस इज द डिस्टेंस delta st. This is the static deflection. We are not giving any movement. The static deflection is because of the mass attached at the end of the spring. So this delta static, so this delta st is because of the mass attached at the end of the spring. Okay. So the natural frequency which is given by omega n is equal to under root k by n. This you might have learned in dynamics of machine, that natural frequency of a system is given by under root k by n. Okay. Now what is this k? K is nothing but weight of the mass divided by the static deflection. Weight is calculated as mass into acceleration due to gravity, and this is the static deflection. So if you put this value of k in this equation omega n, that is given by mg upon delta static into m, and omega n is equal to under root g by delta static. Okay. So this is the natural frequency of this system. Okay. This is the natural frequency. G means acceleration due to gravity divided by the static deflection will give you the natural frequency of this system. Okay. Every system vibrates with their own natural frequency. And how to calculate the natural frequency? One of the method of calculating the natural frequency is, if you know the static deflection, that means स्प्रिंग को अगर मास अटैच किया है तो वो कितना डिस्प्लेस हो रहा है, अगर वो वैल्यू आपको पता है तो आप जो है इसका नेचुरल फ्रीक्वेंसी फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं. और देयर इज अनदर वे by which you can find out the natural frequency, that is by using Newton's second law. Okay, Newton's second law of motion. So this is one way of finding the natural frequency. We will see the another way of finding the natural frequency by using Newton's second law of motion. Now here we will give the motion to this spring. Now we will give the motion to this spring. So we have pulled this motion, we have pulled this mass, and then we release, and because of that the mass will vibrate, the system will vibrate. Okay, and at any instant of time t, at any instant of time t, the distance from the equilibrium position. Now this is an equilibrium position. So distance from the equilibrium position is say x. The distance of this mass from the equilibrium position is say x, okay, at any instant of time t. Now we will draw the free body diagram of this mass. So free body diagram. Free body diagram of this mass. This is mass m. Here we have given the displacement as x. The inertia force. The inertia force, we know the inertia is mass into acceleration. So inertia force is mx double dot, mass into acceleration. And this spring, this is a spring. What will do? The spring try to oppose the motion, and that is why the spring force acts upwards. So spring force can be calculated as K into x. So this is the spring force, K into x. So this is the spring force, this is the inertia force which is acting on this mass. Now we apply the Newton's second law of motion. Now everybody knows what is Newton's second law of motion. So Newton's second law of motion says that the product of mass and the acceleration is equal to the summation of all the forces which are acting on this mass. Okay, what this Newton's second law of motion says? Newton's second law of motion says product of mass into acceleration, product of mass into acceleration, or product of mass and the acceleration is equal to summation of all the forces which are acting on this mass. Okay, so this is Newton's second law. Now here summation of all the forces, यहाँ पे एक ही force act कर रहा है, वो है spring force. So here mx double dot is equal to kx. Okay, and this kx, since it is in the opposite direction to that of movement, okay, x जो है displacement नीचे की तरफ जा रहा है, spring जो है ऊपर की तरफ act हो रहा है, so that is why this is opposite to the direction of motion, and that is why we give it the negative sign. So this negative sign indicates that the motion or the spring force is opposite to the direction of motion. So that is why this is negative. If you bring this term to this side, then this becomes mx double dot plus kx is equal to 0. And if you divide this entire equation by m, then it is x double dot plus k by m into x is equal to 0. Now, if you remember, this equation is similar to the simple harmonic motion. Okay, so simple harmonic motion, this is the equation number 1. So equation 1 is similar to simple harmonic motion. And what is this simple harmonic motion? Simple harmonic motion says x double dot plus omega n square into x is equal to 0. This is the equation of simple harmonic motion. Say this is equation number 2. Now if you compare this equation 1 and equation 2, compare equation 1 and 2, then This is x double dot plus k upon m into x equal to 0, and this is x double dot plus omega m square into x equal to 0. That means omega m square is equal to k by m, and omega m is equal to under root k by n. Okay, so this omega n is the natural frequency of the single degree of freedom system. This is the natural frequency. This is the natural frequency of single degree of freedom system. Okay. Now, this equation 1 is the equation of motion. Okay, we have applied the Newton's second law of motion. So because of this, we obtained this equation of motion, or rather this one. So this is our equation of motion for free vibrations. Now, this is mx double dot plus kx plus equal to 0. Mx double dot plus kx equal to 0. Yes. So this is the simple harmonic motion, and if you find the solution of this differential equation, then it would look something like this. I will rub out something. So the solution of this differential equation is given by x equals to an sin omega nt plus bn cos omega nt. So this is the solution of the differential equation, which is obtained by the Newton's second law of motion. Okay. Now, where this an and bn, these are the constants which depends upon the initial condition of the system. Okay, so an and bn are constants which depends upon the initial conditions. Okay. Now, what are those initial conditions? Initial conditions means तो इनिशियल कंडीशन बोला तो initial conditions are, for example, when t is equal to 0, that means when we pull the mass towards downwards and we have not released it, so the maximum displacement of this mass is say x0. So when t is equal to 0, then x is equal to x0. So x0 is the maximum displacement when we pull the mass downwards. Okay. So when t equals to 0, the value of x is x0. So first initial condition is t equal to 0, then x is equal to x0. Similarly, when you pull this mass downwards and you have not released it yet, in that case, the velocity of this mass is also 0. So second Second condition is when t is equal to 0, then velocity is 0. So x dot is equal to 0. Okay. So there are two initial conditions. When t is equal to 0, the displacement is the maximum, that is x0. So x0 is the maximum displacement. Similarly, when t is equal to 0, the velocity is 0. So x dot is equal to 0. So when you put these values in this equation, say this is equation number 3. Okay. So if you put this value in the equation 3, then it would look something like this. Say. So put first condition. In equation 3. So equation 3 becomes x की जगह क्या डालना है, x0 is equal to t is 0. तो sin 0 is 0, यानी ये पूरा जो टर्म है ये क्या हो जाएगा, 0 हो जाएगा. और यहाँ पे t cos 0 का क्या वैल्यू आएगा, cos 0 is 1, तो x0 is dn.
अरे यार वो पाइप का मैं पाइप का किधर बैठा था ऐसा पाइप हां वाला आदमी चप्पल का हाल के फेंकली का ये ना काली आदमी कौन मार
निशान प्लीज म्यूट योरसेल्फ.
निशान सोला आली तिथे मग काजला ना काय झाले भांडे काय मोठी
The second condition is t equal to 0, x dot is equal to velocity is 0. So this is the displacement equation. So to find out the velocity equation, differentiate this equation 3 with respect to time. So differentiate equation 3 with respect to time. Then this x upon dt, that is x dot, is equal to sin omega n t क्या होगा, an omega n cos omega n t minus cos omega n t क्या होगा, minus sin omega n t into omega n. तो bn omega n sin omega n. Okay. Now we put the second condition. We put the second condition in this equation. Then x dot is equal to 0. That means this is 0 is equal to 0 है. तो ये वाला जो टर्म है sin 0 is 0, तो ये पूरा टर्म जो है वो 0 हो जाएगा. और ये टर्म में क्या बचेगा, an omega n 1 and so in this way we have obtained values an and bn. So now we put these values in equation 3. To put these values in equation 3. So equation 3 becomes x equal to an कितना है, x0, तो ये पूरा टर्म हो जाएगा. bn कितना है, x0 cos omega n t. So this is the solution of the equation of motion that we have derived by applying the Newton's second law. So this is the solution, x is equal to x0 cos omega n. Now what is the practical meaning of this? We try to understand what is the practical meaning of this equation, x is equal to x0 cos omega n.
Sir, Sir,
Yes.
please, can you mute the Nishant mic? You are admin of the meeting, so you have the right to do that.
One second. Mute from the meeting. How to mute him? I can remove him, but cannot mute
Select his
him.
name in the chat list. I mean, from the participant list, and you can have the action.
सिलेक्ट हिज नेम, वहाँ पे वो 3 डॉट्स है।
वहाँ पे वो 3 डॉट्स है, वहाँ से आप देख सकते हो सर। म्यूट कर सकते हो उनको या फिर आप रिमूव भी कर सकते हो।
नहीं, रिमूव कर सकता हूँ, म्यूट करने का ऑप्शन नहीं है।
माइक वाला ऑप्शन होगा सर पार्टिसिपेंट लिस्ट पे, पीपल जहाँ पे रहता है मीटिंग डिटेल्स में।
आ गया।
हाँ,
हो गया।
थैंक यू सर।
थैंक यू। Now here we obtain the solution of the equation of motion. But what is the practical meaning of this equation that we try to understand? Now this is our mass, this is a spring, and it is vibrating with a displacement x equal to x0 cos omega nt. यानी पहले फॉर एग्जांपल यहाँ पे था, now this is the initial position. The red color mass indicates the initial position of the mass, and m is the displacement, the initial displacement that we have given to this m. So this is the amplitude of vibration x0. This is the initial movement. और सिंस ये जो है अनडैम्प्ड सिस्टम है, तो एक बार जो डिस्प्लेसमेंट दिया वो वाइब्रेशन उसी एम्पलीट्यूड से करते रहेगा, उसका कोई एम्पलीट्यूड डीके नहीं होगा। ओके, इसलिए आप यहाँ पे देखोगे ये जो साइन वेव है, ये सॉरी कॉस वेव है, क्योंकि cos 0 is 1 रहता है, तो इसलिए ये यहाँ से स्टार्ट नहीं हुई, ये यहाँ से स्टार्ट हुई। दिस इज x is equal to x0 cos omega nt. This is x0 cos omega nt. Okay? So, and this is the amplitude x0. ये बोलो या ये बोलो, this is the amplitude x0. And since this is an undamped system, so it won't decay. इसका एम्पलीट्यूड कम होते नहीं जाएगा, इसका एम्पलीट्यूड उतना का उतना ही रहेगा आफ्टर n नंबर ऑफ साइकिल्स। आप जितना भी जाओगे ये इसका एम्पलीट्यूड जो है वो उतना ही रहेगा। दैट इज बिकॉज ऑफ द अनडैम्प्ड सिस्टम। So this is how a single degree of freedom system can be analyzed. You can find out the solution and you can interpret the results in this way. Okay? तो यहाँ पे आपको कोई अगर प्रॉब्लम है, कोई डिफिकल्टी है, तो आप पूछ सकते हैं। Now we start the question answer session. So those students.
हेलो सर।
हाँ, yes दीपक
सर, जो आपने पहले t is equal to 0 at displacement x is equal to x0 था सर।
हाँ, बराबर।
बाद में t is equal to 0 तो वेलोसिटी x डॉट is equal to 0 थी।
हाँ,
यदि सर अपन t is equal to 0 तो सर एक्सेलरेशन क्या होगा सर उसका?
नहीं, कैसा है, स्प्रिंग है, ठीक है, स्प्रिंग को हमने इनिशियल मूवमेंट दिया है, अभी छोड़ा नहीं है, तो टाइम जो है अभी शुरू नहीं हुआ है, टी जो है t0 ही है। जब हम उसको मास को स्ट्रेच करके छोड़ेंगे तब टाइम चालू होगा। ओके, तब तक टाइम 0 है। तो जब टाइम 0 है तो वेलोसिटी भी मास की 0 है, क्योंकि मास की वेलोसिटी या मास का एक्सेलरेशन तो तब होगा जब मैं उसको रिलीज करूंगा। ओके, अभी मैंने रिलीज नहीं किया है, तो इसलिए when t is equal to 0, the value of displacement is maximum x0, okay, और वेलोसिटी वहां पे 0 है, so that is why initial condition क्या है, t equal to 0 is equal to x equal to x0. X represents the displacement, so initial value of x is x0, and then when t is equal to 0, velocity भी 0 है, इसलिए x dot is equal to 0. Okay.
ओके सर, ओके।
Yes, any other question? This is the way of vibration analysis. Okay, जो अपन ने 4 steps जो वाइब्रेशन एनालिसिस प्रोसीजर के 4 स्टेप्स डिफाइन किए थे, कि जिसमें कि पहले मैथमेटिकल मॉडल बनाना होता है, देन गवर्निंग इक्वेशंस लगाने होते हैं, उसके फ्री बॉडी डायग्राम बनाना होता है, गवर्निंग इक्वेशंस लगाने होते हैं, और रिजल्ट इंटरप्रेट करना होता है. तो दिस ऑल दीज 4 स्टेप्स जो है वो आज हमने यहाँ पे इंप्लीमेंट किए, एंड दिस इज द वे वी आर गोइंग टू एनालाइज द कमिंग सिस्टम्स. जैसा कि अभी ये जो है अनडैम्ड फ्री वाइब्रेशंस है, देन वी एनालाइज डैम्ड फ्री वाइब्रेशंस, देन उसके बाद अनडैम्ड फोर्स वाइब्रेशंस, देन डैम्ड फोर्स वाइब्रेशंस, अनडैम्ड फोर्स वाइब्रेशन. तो इसी तरह जो है हम सिस्टम को एनालाइज करते जाएंगे. So any further question? Chat box. So if you don't have any further question, then we can stop over here, and we'll see you in the next class. So thank you very much. Thanks for joining this class. I hope that there is no issue in live teaching. So if you don't find any issue, can we continue this? Can you continue this type of teaching in the coming lectures? Huh? Okay. Okay. So thank you very much. Because I have tried it on the blackboard. Sorry, I tried it on blackboard, but the results of whiteboard is much better than the blackboard. That is why I chose whiteboard for the live teaching. इसकी visibility ज़्यादा अच्छी है. So thank you very much for attending this class. Have a nice day.